Hello everyone, my name is David. Today we are going to take a look at another real story with you. In the Andheri West area of Mumbai, there is a police station, and at this police station, there used to be an assistant sub-inspector named Rajendra Bhosale. When he was assigned to this station, like in any other police station, each officer was given duties based on their skills. Whether it was investigation work, catching criminals, or administrative duties, officers were assigned roles according to their strengths. Rajendra was particularly skilled at locating missing or kidnapped individuals. He had a talent for solving such cases quickly and effectively. He had solved so many cases that he became very familiar with how kidnappers operate. When he joined the Andheri West police station, the senior officers there decided that all the missing persons cases should be assigned to Rajendra. He was given full details of all the missing children, and he formed his own team to begin the search. Rajendra was assigned 166 cases involving missing or kidnapped children. Out of those, he successfully solved 165 cases, either locating the children or determining their whereabouts, and returned them to their families. Because of this outstanding work, he received a lot of praise and appreciation, and he came to be recognized as an expert in finding missing and kidnapped individuals. Now he had only one case left, 166, and this case was about a young girl who had gone missing in 2013. Time passed. 2014 came and went. Then 2015 arrived, and Rajendra was still working on this case. But no matter how hard he tried, he just couldn't solve it. Rajendra lived a bit far from the police station, so he used to commute by train. He always kept the girl's photo with him. During his train rides, he would show the photo to fellow passengers, hoping someone might have seen her or have a clue. Whenever he was assigned duty anywhere, he'd take the photo along and show it to his neighbors, people in nearby areas, anyone he could find. Despite all his efforts, he couldn't find any trace of the girl. He tried everything, but even after countless attempts, he found nothing. Then 2015 came, and with it, Sub-Inspector Rajendra Bhosale retired. Even after retiring, one thought kept troubling him. He had solved so many cases, but not this one. Case number 166 haunted him. He always wondered why he couldn't crack it. Even after hanging up his uniform, the officer in him remained alive because of this case. He told himself, even though I'm no longer in the police force, as a human being, it's my duty to find this girl. She's been away from her parents, from her home for so many years. If I can find her and bring her back home, that's all that matters. That's why, even after retirement, he continued carrying the girl's picture with him, showing it to people and constantly asking if anyone had seen her. Rajendra wasn't officially assigned to the case anymore, but he still stayed involved, hoping to find even the smallest clue that could lead him to the girl. He would assure her parents, "Don't worry, I will find your daughter and bring her back to you. You don't need to worry about anything." Her family believed in him. They thought, "He's such a senior officer, he solved so many cases and reunited so many children with their families. Surely he'll bring our daughter back too." For 7 long years after his retirement, Rajendra continued searching for the girl. Then, in August 2022, a miracle happened. He finally found her. The girl was reunited with her family. But along with her return came a new story, one that will make you feel like you've never heard anything like it before. So this happened on January 22nd, 2013. A 7-year-old girl lived in Andheri West. She belonged to a very poor family. Though her family was poor, they really wanted their children to study hard so they could grow up to be good people, build a future, and get a decent job. Because of this, the kids were also motivated to study. There was a school near her home that she attended, and her older brother, who was a year older than her, would go with her. On January 22nd, 2013, both of them went to school as usual. That day, their grandfather gave her brother some money and told him, "You both can have some ice cream." So the siblings went off to school, attended their classes, and when school got over in the afternoon, they started walking back home along the roadside. While walking, the little girl told her brother, "Give me the money Grandpa gave me. I want to eat ice cream." Her brother replied, "It's okay, I'll give it to you. Just wait a bit." But the girl insisted, "No, I want my money now. The money Grandpa gave me. I want ice cream." Her brother said, "It's okay, we're almost home. We'll get it then. I'll keep the money for you. I'll give it to you later." She replied, "I won't go with you." And just like she had done before, she said she wouldn't go with him, but would eventually follow him home. Her brother thought the same thing might happen again. She might trail behind and come home on her own. So he went ahead, leaving her behind. After walking a bit, he turned around and saw that she wasn't behind him. Seeing this, he got very worried and scared. He started calling out for her, saying, "Okay, fine, come here now. I'll get you ice cream. I'll even give you my share of ice cream. Just come back to me now." But the little girl, his sister, never came in front of him again. The little girl's brother got so scared that he started thinking, "What will I tell my family when I get home if I can't find my sister?" So he ran straight back home. When he reached home, he told his family that his sister had gone missing. They responded, "It's okay, she always does this. She must be hiding somewhere nearby. We'll look for her and find her." Her family searched everywhere, but they couldn't find the little girl. Evening came, and still there was no sign of her. This had never happened before. She had always been found quickly. Now even the family was panicking, wondering where she could have gone. They rushed to the police station where Sub-Inspector Rajendra was on duty and filed a missing persons report. Rajendra asked the girl's brother what had happened, and he explained everything. Rajendra then went with the police to investigate every path from the school to the house, again and again, but they found no clues about the girl. Days passed, and there was still no trace of the child. Time kept moving, and eventually the year 2015 arrived. Rajendra had retired by then. The family was devastated and cried constantly. They still hadn't found their daughter. She was the apple of the family's eye and especially close to her grandfather. Her family loved her deeply. Each day felt like a new disaster for the family because they couldn't see their daughter in front of their eyes, nor did they have any clue about where she had gone. No leads were coming in. Time slowly continued to pass. Local social organizations also stepped in to help and offered support, but even they couldn't find any information. The girl's photo was shared on social media, but no leads came in. Her pictures were pasted on walls throughout the area, but still, there was no sign of her. Years passed by like this, and then the day of August 4th, 2022 arrived. That evening in the Anteri West area, there lived a social worker named Mohammed Rafiq. He received a phone call on his mobile. When he answered the call, a girl's voice came from the other end. The girl asked, "Is your name Mohammed Rafiq?" He replied, "Yes, that's my name." She then asked, "Are you associated with an organization that helps people?" He said, "Yes." Then the girl asked, "Are you looking for a girl who went missing 9 years ago?" Mohammed Rafiq said, "Yes, we've been searching for that girl for years, but haven't been able to find any leads." The girl on the phone said, "All right, I'll video call you," and ended the call. After that, the girl video called him. Mohammed Rafiq answered the call, and both were now on a video call. The girl said, "I'm going to show you a girl now. See if she is the one you've been searching for." When the girl showed a child on the screen, Mohammed Rafiq was shocked. It was the same girl they had been looking for over the past 9 years. Without wasting any time, he took a screenshot of the girl during the video call. Then he asked the girl for her address. After talking to the girl and confirming everything, he rushed to the kidnapped girl's house to meet her parents. When he got there, he showed them the screenshot he had taken from the video call and told them, "Your daughter is safe and I've found out where she is." When Rafiq shows the screenshot to the girl's parents, the moment her mother sees it, she starts crying loudly and says, "This is our daughter." When they go to the police station, the officers there quickly make decision due to this case. The station was already aware of the situation. Everyone at the police station knew that Rajendra was working on this case and that, under any circumstances, this child had to be found. The police get to work. They take the family, Rafiq, and head to the area Rafiq had been shown during a video call. There, the police knock on the door of a house. A young girl opens the door. As soon as she speaks, the mother, who came with the police, recognizes her voice. She starts crying loudly. The girl suddenly starts screaming and crying too, and runs to hug her mother. In that moment, the child recognized her mother, and the mother recognized her daughter. All the other family members who had come along also confirmed, one by one, that she was indeed the same girl. It was now certain this was the girl who had gone missing in 2013. The police then brought the girl back to the station along with her parents. After completing all the legal formalities, she was finally sent home with her parents. This was the first part of the story. The second part is, how did they suddenly find out about the girl after 9 years? When that girl was found, she was already 16 years old. And when the police carried out further investigation, they found out that a man named Harry Joseph D'Souza was behind the entire story. The story begins when the child was asking her brother for money to buy ice cream. She got angry and stayed behind, and then her brother left. Harry had been watching everything, and he knew the girl was insisting on having ice cream, but her brother wasn't giving her any. So Harry approached the little girl and said, "Come on, dear, I'll get you some ice cream." The girl was only 7 years old at the time and didn't have the understanding to know who to trust and who not to. So she happily agreed to go with him. That's when he kidnapped her and took her away through another alley. Harry then decided to take the child to his home. His house was only 500 meters away from the girl's home. He and his wife deeply desired to have children of their own. That's why D'Souza kidnapped her to raise her as their own daughter. They could have legally adopted a child through proper channels, but instead, they chose to commit a crime. When Harry brought the girl home, he told his wife everything, and she agreed to the idea. They fed the girl a lot of food and took great care of her. They asked her what she liked to eat and made it for her. The girl didn't feel scared at all. She thought they were really nice people. They gave her ice cream, pizza, and burgers, so she was happy. The child was truly enjoying herself, but she had no idea what was actually happening, that she would be separated from her real home forever. On the other side, when the girl didn't return, her parents were extremely worried and scared. They went to the police station and filed a report. Soon after the report was filed, the girl's photo began appearing in newspapers and on TV channels. Her pictures were posted in every neighborhood. That made D'Souza and his wife very anxious. They feared that if anyone from the neighborhood saw the girl at their house, they would return her to her real family, especially since the distance was so short. Out of fear of losing her, they took the child from Mumbai to Karnataka. They lived at home with her for a few days, but eventually they enrolled her in a school hostel. Then his wife told the little girl, "You will study here, and we are your parents now." So they even got her admitted to school under their names, declaring themselves as her mother and father. Things continued like this for a while. They had moved to Mumbai and left the girl in a hostel there. For the next 3 years, everything went smoothly. They loved the girl very much. But in 2016, everything changed. His wife gave birth to a daughter of her own. The same couple who had taken someone else's daughter now had their own biological daughter. After their daughter was born, their love for the kidnapped girl started to fade. They brought her back from Mumbai to live with them and made her part of their household work. She was no longer allowed to go outside, so she couldn't tell anyone where she lived or reach out for help. They kept her isolated to make sure no one could find her. The girl had been only 7 years old when she was kidnapped. Over the years, her memories started to fade. She couldn't remember where she came from or where her real home was, but she still remembered her parents' faces. However, the man stopped talking nicely to her. He always kept her inside the house, scolded her, and never let her play. Time passed, and their biological daughter, D'Souza, grew up in comfort, while the kidnapped girl was treated like an animal. They made her do all the housework and forced her to take care of their daughter. They didn't even give her proper food. Her condition worsened. Later, they began sending her to nearby houses to work, telling her that she needed to earn money for the household. So she had to work both inside the house and outside, just to survive. Back in 2022, those people had a house a little distance away from their own, where a child needed to be taken care of. So they sent the kidnapped girl there and told her to go work, take care of the kids and earn some money. There, another girl did house cleaning work. The girl who worked as a cleaner in that house and the kidnapped girl became friends over time. Gradually, the girl who did the cleaning started sharing more about herself, where she lived, who was in her house, etc. The kidnapped child had been threatened not to talk about herself or her home, so she didn't say anything at first. But as the friendship grew stronger over 5 months, she started opening up. She said, "I'm not the real daughter of my parents. They took me out to get ice cream one day and then kidnapped me. Since then, they've been abusive. Ever since they had their own child, they don't even feed me properly." When the cleaning girl heard this, she was shocked and asked, "Are you a missing girl?" The kidnapped child said yes. The cleaning girl was a bit educated and often came across missing children photos. She started paying attention and found a photo of a missing 7-year-old girl, which included a phone numbers to call if found. She tried calling the number. The first 4 numbers didn't go through. Either no one answered or the numbers were off. On the 5th number, she got through. It belonged to Mohammed Rafiq. She video called him and asked if he was looking for a girl who went missing at age 7. Rafiq said yes. She showed him the now 16-year-old girl on the call. When Rafiq saw her face, he immediately recognized her as the missing girl. He then took the girl to the police station along with her biological parents. After learning the full story, the police went to D'Souza's house and brought in both D'Souza and his wife for questioning. The police filed a kidnapping case against both D'Souza and his wife. However, only D'Souza was arrested, and his wife was let go. The question is, why didn't the police arrest his wife too, if her name was also listed in the case? The thing was that D'Souza's daughter, who was 6 years old, was completely dependent on her mother, because neither of them had any relatives. As a result, they couldn't leave the child anywhere else. She always stayed with her mother. That's why the police let his wife go, because the daughter was still young. Then the police presented this matter before the court, and together with the court, a decision was made that until someone is found who can take proper care of the child and ensure her safety, the mother cannot be sent to jail. Now, coming to Rajendra, the girl was finally sent to her home. He met her family, and there was a sense of peace in their hearts because they had found the 166 case number, and the girl had also returned safely to her home. So this was today's story. Thank you for joining us on this journey today. We hope you enjoyed the content and found it valuable.